able to check in standing when you're just going about. But it bears, repeating. So walk around a little bit and then come to stand on a firm surface in your natural stance, which is hard. Once you're looking at it, it begins to change. But is the weight forward? Is the weight more into the heels? And as if you rock forward, you start to feel the whole front seam beginning to contract. And as you rock backward, the back seam will begin to contract, preventing you from falling over. So that's very nifty. We call them in the somatics the red light and the green light. So walking up against a wall, if you have one handy, a wall is always a great feedback tool for our posture. So standing again in your normal posture with your heels as close to the wall as you can get them comfortably. And then again, grounding into the heels. And as you stand here, does your sacrum, your shoulder blades lay flat on the wall, and does the back of the head, not the top of the head, but the back, are all those parts touching? Or
No.
maybe so that tells us something about what's going on, which reminds me now I'm going to go ahead and mute too. So with that information, before I mute, what did you learn?
Well,
Forward. I'm forward, yes.
everything touches except I have to make my head touch.
Yes, and the head is the first one often that drifts forward. So we are in the neck and shoulder complex tonight. So I will mute and let's all meet on the mat. So as you come onto your back, now that we have switched gravity around, the floor is doing what the wall did, but it's a little easier. We may find that because the head is down, the shoulders pop up a little bit. So the tension around the neck and shoulder area does force the head often forward. So a lot of our work today will be getting this whole front seam released out, and along with the side seams. Let's go ahead and bend up the knees and let your hands rest on the lower abdomen. I invite you to close your eyes to allow the awareness to stay inside. So breathing in and out. In and out, an easy and gentle rhythm. Because we're now wearing masks again, it also can produce some tension around the neck and the shoulders, and it tends to begin to shift our breath into a shallow breathing, which adds more tension around the neck. So to help that move a little bit more into the abdomen, we'll do 3 out breath, but with an open mouth and a ha sound, a whisper ha. So take a deep breath in. 2 more times. And again. And returning to the belly breathing with the mouth closed. so that we are inviting the diaphragm to show up and do its important work. Notice the duration of the in-breath and the out-breath. Allowing the two to be about even. Or for this work, the out-breath slightly longer than the in-breath helps shift the body into the relaxation nervous system. Let's begin with the arch and flatten. So we'll start with the arch. On a next in-breath, arching the low back. Feel the muscles contract. And slowly floating back to neutral. Let's take a buffer breath before we repeat. Experiment with how far you go, the different contraction sensation. Doing a little does not mean that you're doing less. We're going to repeat this just one more time. And then slowly we return to neutral. Take a full breath in and out. And then an in-breath for nothing. And as you exhale, now flat, draw the belly button down and upward. And then slowly release. We're going to take a buffer breath. Another buffer breath in. And then exhale, flattening again. The front lower abdomen contract. You can feel that with your hands. And then letting it go as you breathe in. One more time. In breath for nothing. And belly draws down and up. Ensuring that we're not actually using the feet to press it back down with it is a total muscular event. And I think we're ready to put them together. So the challenge becomes, after having done this for so long, to maintain that keen sense of curiosity and new discovery. When you're ready, as you inhale, arch again. So play with the size, how much you arch. Now let the release, even for a teeny little arch, how much can you slow that down? We'll take a breath in for nothing. And exhale, moving into the flattening. Returning to neutral on the in-breath. And we'll take a buffer breath. And repeat. Arching. Big or small. Playing with it. Buffer in. And exhale, flattening. Notice the sensation of the muscle fibers contracting. Are they contracting evenly? And are other muscles trying to help out? Buffer breath. One more time. Whole sequence. Remember, this is a sequence that is pretty much the base for everything we do. So with a regular practice, we also notice if something is beginning to change. And of course, something is going to change. We know that. But is it a change that's normal, or is it something that needs to be tended to? That is the key question. Breathing in and out. Let's take the hands behind the head, interlacing the hands under the head. And so the arch and curl. We're going to play a little bit with that tonight. As you inhale, arch first. Now this exhale, flattening, drawing the elbows in, and we're going to curl up. So the first one is going to be business as usual. Slowly lengthen, front seam back out. Once the head is down, relift the elbows, so the top of the shoulders lifts up a little bit, and then slowly spread the wings. Super slow. That will probably take more than one breath. Once down, everything relaxes. And then again, on the next in-breath, arch. And exhale, flatten, draw the elbows in. And curling up. Slowly lengthen the front seam back down all the way. Head comes down. Relift the elbows. And now we're going to break the pec major into three. So slowly release about a third way down. So only a third way down. And then as you inhale, re-engage about an inch up. And now as slowly as you can. Going about 2/3 down. And then we're going to activate again about an inch-ish. And now I'll count down the rest of the way. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Let everything cool. Easy peasy. And we'll repeat. Inhaling. When you're ready, arch. Exhale, flattening. Draw the elbows up and then contract the whole front seam to lift head and top of the shoulders. Squeezing the elbows in as you slowly lengthen the front seam out. Relift the elbows up a little higher, and we'll do 3s again. Slowly go down about a third. Once you deem this is a third, we'll reignite. Lifting just to feel the muscles recontracting again. Firing up, and we'll go down about 2/3. Notice where those jumps and jitters are. Relift again. And now I invite you to count yourself down on a 12 or 15. Count. If 12 was easy, you'd go to 15. If 12 was an interesting event, you might stay there or take it down to 10. At any rate, once everything is down, let everything pool. I'm going to take the arms out and just straighten the legs up, let everything rest. Let's feel. How are you doing? Maybe everything lays a little flatter on the back now. Bend up the knees again. We'll take the hands behind the head again. I just wanted them to have a little bit of a break, having been up there for a while. This is the head lift. So let the chin lift up slightly. Place a dinner plate on your forehead, or teacup, or a glass of Chardonnay, whatever you like. And then let's take a breath in, and as you exhale, flatten the back gently, and then lift the head straight up. Let the hands support the weight of the head. Feel the muscles of the neck contracting, front of the neck, and then slowly, slowly, slowly lower down. Once down, everything pulls in and out. We're going to slowly turn the head to the right. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, flattening again, dinner plate is now on your left temple. Lift the head. And super slow, releasing the head down. Letting go completely. And we're going to repeat. When you're ready, take a breath in, and as you exhale, flatten. Keep the dinner plate on your left temple as you lift the head. So it's not coming up very high. Feel the muscles supporting the weight. And slowly, slowly, slowly lower down. Everything pulls. With as little effort as possible. Turn the head to the left. Take a breath in and exhale, flatten first, creating stability, and then lift. Lifting the head. And slowly, lower down. So not a curl. The head is lifting straight up. One more time. Breath in for nothing. Exhale, flattening, gently flatten first, and then we lift. And slowly, lowering down. Take the head back to center. Very easy. Very gentle. We're going to bookend it, so dinner plate is back on the forehead. Breath in for nothing. And exhale, gentle, flattening, and lifting. Straight up. And slowly, lowering down. Letting go. Take the arms out. Straighten the legs out again. Sensing, checking in. And then here, let's bend up the knees and rolling over onto the right side. So we are going to start with the head lift that we did last week too for the obliques, because if these are a little congested, then that pulls the whole shoulder forward and the head forward. We're not going to do the legs tonight, so you can place the knees however is comfortable for you. We'll take just a breath in for nothing, and as you exhale, contract the upper ribs, pull them down towards the lower, and slowly lengthening back out. Buffer breath. When you're ready, breath in for nothing. And again. Contract, side lift. Slowly lowering down. Buffer breath. One more. When you're ready, on the out breath, contracting up. And down. And then we're going to release the arm. Let it rest on your hip. It's going to be completely passive. And now we'll begin to explore our shoulder directions. The compass, I like to call this. So rotate, draw the shoulder up towards the ear. So the upper trapz, we know that one. And then slowly let it come down. Let's do that again. Shoulder pulls up to the ear. We feel the upper trapz are all firing up here. The worry muscles, and we let the muscle release. The more jumpiness, the more worry. Now let's pull the shoulder down. of the middle and lower trapezius, woefully underpowered to counter the upper trapezius. Let that release. That's an interesting, I can't call it a design flaw because I think everything is, probably made the way it's supposed to make, but doesn't seem fair. Let's do that again. Lower middle trapezius. Pulls down. And then releases. And then the side to side. Roll the shoulder forward, not roll, just draw the shoulder forward. That's what I'm trying to say. I got ahead of myself. And then release that. And then draw the shoulder back. The shoulder blade is moving towards the spine. Releasing that. It's like a funky little tennis match between the pec majors on the front. Draw the shoulder forward. Track. And then release. Lopping the ball over to the rhomboids as we pull the shoulder back. Release. We're going to add a little arm rotation. So as you roll or you draw the shoulder forward, now you are going to roll so that the whole arm rolls with it and the palm will come to face up as you roll the shoulder forward. And then I'm going to take that right back to where I started, slow. And then going the opposite direction. Shoulder blade moving to the spine. And the arm rolls back. So now I am incorporating the rotator cuff troublemakers a little bit more. Let's do that again. Rolling the arm forward, palm facing up. And slowly let that come back home. Last one here, we'll draw the arm back, palm facing up again. So it's very easy to have the arm travel faster than the shoulder actually does, and that can lead to imbalance and over time. So all arm movements ideally originates at the shoulder, arm and hand movements. Now let's do our circles. So we're going to hike the shoulder up to the ear and then draw the shoulder forward. All the way forward. And it is the biggest circle that you can create. All the way back. If you like to roll the arm out, if that feels beneficial as you come around, I say go for it. Hands up, back up at the top. We're going to drop it down to a medium-sized circle. Not quite as big, but not small yet either. All the way around. Maybe you're rolling the whole arm, maybe you're sliding the arm. And now the itty bitty little circle. Notice your circle. Is it perfectly round? Or is it a little jagged? Once you complete the itty bitty little circles, we'll start the opposite direction with an itty bitty little circle. We're going to work our way up through small to medium. And then finally, big, 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 big. And once you complete that, slowly rolling on to your back again. Pause. Right side, left side. Notice just not just the imprint, but also the breath. In the upper quadrants and in the lower quadrants. It's pretty cool, isn't it? We should do the other side. So that we have two sides that are the same size. So we started with our side lift. Breath in for nothing and exhale. Contracting the sides and slowly back out again. When you're ready, after the buffer breath, take your time, moving on the out breath. Feel the traction and feeling the release. Buffer breath. One more time. Now we'll take the arm down. So we started with the worry muscle, upper trapezius. Pull the shoulder up. And slowly let it slide back to neutral. And then sliding it down. And let it slink back up to neutral. Do that again. Sliding it up. Slinking back. And down. Then no rotation, just front and back. So the pet majors, we are going to get more onto those because they need a little help. Letting go. And then shoulder back. Contracting. Letting go. One more time. I think that was due. I get so absorbed in the whole thing, I forget to count. And then here, we now invited in the rotation. So as you roll the shoulder forward, let it find its way back. Then pulling the shoulder blades towards the spine and let the arm roll back. Palm open again. And we return. This should feel really good, not straining. So no pain. So twice in each direction. One's at neutral. You're ready for the compass. Big circle. Hiking the shoulder up. And just slowly begin to draw this huge circle. As big as you can make it comfortably. Keyword, comfortably. All the way around. My neck wants to help out today for some reason. And from here, drop the shoulder down for the medium. Coming about again. Taking your time, especially where it's a little jumpy and uneven. We want to slow it way down. And then the itty bitty, itty bitty. Once we have that itty bitty thing done, itty bitty in the opposite direction, backwards. Don't forget the medium size. Around and around. Arm completely passive. And last, huge circle. All the way back home. And once you're there, let everything relax and slowly finding your way over onto your back. And once on the back, checking in again. Now bending up the knees, we'll play a little bit with the beach ball. We'll take the arms straight out to the sides. So reaching out through the fingertips. And then I'm going to count our arms up. I invite you to close your eyes. I'm going to count to 20. And proprioception, as I hit 20, do the palms come together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Were you touching? Mine are a little off. Whoops. Palms together. Now here, let's hook the right leg over the left. Right leg, whoop, I was backward, over the left. So this is where we're gonna do our little teeny little off twist. Rocking the knees to the right, arms to the left, so that your knees and arms go equidistant away from the center. Keep reaching up through the arms. And then next time you come up to center, we're going to switch the cross of the legs. Reaching up through the palms, and our knees are going to draw left, hands right. Easy peasy-ish. And then next time you come back to center, you're going to uncross the legs. And then I count the arms down on 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Let everything cool. Now in your mind's eye, you're gonna create a beach ball that you're gonna hug in. So instead of coming up with the elbows straight, we're gonna come up with the elbows slightly bent so that your forearm will travel a little bit faster than your upper arm. So the shape, if you can see me, we're gonna create a rounded shape right on top of our chest. So I'm gonna again invite you to do this with your eyes closed. So we'll start down here and let the fingertips, the middle fingertips should come together. Again, that's that little sticky point of proprioception. Where is my body in space? I will count us up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, count to 20, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Get the fingertips touch, and as your beach ball round, and we will now again let our beach ball expand bigger and bigger. I'll count us down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. I am still floating up. One more time with this little fun event. 1, 2, going up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Did they hit? Ish. Taking them down. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it pull. Which gets us ready for the washcloth. So quick review. I know you remember it well. Rolling the right arm up, left arm down, and looking towards the left. Switch the arms to the other side. I have that backwards, don't I? You're going to look to the arm that rolls up, not the one that's rolling down. I was just checking to make sure you remembered. Because we're going to let the knees draw down to the side that is rolling down. So walk your feet about mat width apart. And so now I got my arms is rolling up on the right, down on the left. So I'm going to let my knees go down to the left. And I am ready to rock and roll. Exhaling up, inhaling down. Back and forth. Make it easy and smooth. Working to integrate the whole bed. Unwinding what is stuck. One more time on each side. And as you return, let's take a little interlude. Pause here. Two more. We'll bend up the knees. So the next is the flower. I didn't make up the name, the blooming flower. But starting with the arms out at about 45 degrees, palms are up. So here we start with the out breath. So take a breath in for nothing. And as you exhale, the arms are gonna roll in, press against the hips and side body as you flatten the back. Shoulders are squeezing towards one another. And as you inhale, everything releases back out. We'll do that again. Let's take a breath in for nothing. And exhale, flattening, rolling the arms in, the shoulders will be lifting up, and everything presses and chin is poking upward. And then slowly, we're gonna let go. So now let's visit with the other side of that coin. On the inhalation, we arch and roll the arms outward. Here the chin will drop to the chest and the shoulder blades squeezing together. And we relax back to where we started. Buffer breath. And we'll repeat this one more time. Inhaling, arms will roll out, shoulder blades moves together, arching. And slowly release. This one here is really good to help with not just neck and shoulders, but with a whole postural reset. I think we're ready to put them together now. So take a breath in for nothing. And as you exhale, we begin again with the flattening. So it does seem a little backwards to me. I'm not going to argue. As I inhale, I return to neutral. And then here I have a breath out for nothing. And then I inhale and I move into the arch. And I release from that. We'll take a full breath in and out before we repeat. We'll do this one 2 more times. When you're ready, on your next out breath, flattening and roll the arms in. And slowly let that open up into the starting point. And then the in-breath arrives. And we arch. And we let go from that. And let's slide the legs out. And pause. Let's draw the legs together. Oh wait, no, big X. Almost forgot. How could I? Because that incorporates, now we get the legs attached to the arms here. So we did it last week and it's just such a good one. Instead of doing the zigzag, we're gonna go all the way around. Let's start with the right heel pressing out. Take the hip down with you and let it slink back. Right arm reaches back, ribs and all, and release. Left side. Relax. Arm then foot. And we've gone all the way around the circle. Back at center. Take a buffer breath here before we move around again. Right heel and hip. arm, both arms, so right then left. Let the head just roll as it wants to. Left hip and heel. One more time. Right hip and heel. Right arm. Left heel. And now let's interlace the fingers once you come around, and we'll do our full body stretch. Consolidate. Drawing legs together, arms together. Full body stretch. We'll take the arms up, switch the interlace of the fingers. We tend to favor the same side. Straight elbows, arms overhead. And take the arms up. And relax. Breathing in and out. Give your body a moment to just soak it in. So one of the reasons it's good to do the somatics at night is a lot less movement pollution than if we do it early in the day. You know, wiggle fingers and toes. Just take your time, bending up the knees and rock. Knees from side to side. And we'll roll all the way over onto one side. And then we will push up. We'll close with one Om. Let's take a deep breath in. May this Om reach everybody who is suffering and hold them.